Divorce Day Diaries Day 374, and today is Anzac Day. Now, for the quarter of my viewers who don't live in New Zealand, it's worth noting that our public holidays are Monday eyes, so if they fall on a weekend, then you get the Monday off if you don't normally work on the weekend. So in my case, I have my Monday off, but it's also really confusing for what's open and what's not. I know on Anzac Day, most shops have to be closed in the morning, but then that means there's also got to be some places that are closed on the Monday. I'm just going to go out and have a look, I suppose. To be clear, this is mostly just because I wanted to go out and get a coffee. First, I have to find my children, though. I couldn't find my youngest one. I could hear his iPad in this room, but I couldn't see him. He wasn't in his bed. He wasn't hiding in his sister's bed. Turns out he was under the bed. I didn't know he could fit under there. Once everyone was dressed, we parked about 10 minutes down from the dairy and walked down and gave everyone a budget of $1. The sign on this front said it wouldn't open till 10 a.m. It was 9 a.m. in the morning and my kids were in the store. I don't know if the owners just saw kids wanting to get in and let them in. I don't know. But the cafe next door was closed. No big deal. I got out in the morning, got some fresh air, went for a walk, kids got some lollies, and I can go home and have a sachet coffee. Or at least I thought that wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, I guess it's not that much of a big deal. It's just the fact that my mug broke. As I was pouring the boiling water into it, I heard this cracking sound, and then I noticed there was like coffee pooling around the bottom of it, and I saw this big crack down the side where coffee was just leaking out of it. So R.I.P. this mug, I guess. But later that morning, we popped down to the park to have a look at this giant toadstool. No, not the toadstool. We actually came down here for the Anzac parade. So I'm more of a dawn parade kind of person, but I wasn't sure if my youngest would be able to deal with it. So fortunately, Rolleston had an 11 a.m. parade on. And growing up, it was always like a tradition that we would go out to the dawn parade and then afterwards we'd go out to McDonald's and get McDonald's breakfast. I always fondly remember those memories with Mum. So because it was an 11 a.m. parade, I thought let's go out and get a McDonald's lunch instead. Plus, then I can also get my ice latte. After burning off the kids' energy, I thought it was close enough to 1 p.m. that I could go down to the Wari Whare, where I noticed there was actually like a queue of people lining up to get in at 1 p.m. I guess I'm just one of those people, one of the crowd. But also, first thing we noticed when we walked in there are these cute fingerless gloves, and I've been struggling to find gloves that would fit my youngest boy, so I bought these just for him. And then my daughters wanted me to buy this cute cat mug, but instead I went for this big one right here. Mug crisis resolved. But then today was also the Rolleston Market Day. I've surprisingly never been here, despite the fact I've almost lived here for 2 years. Every month happens at the Rolleston Community Centre. We had a look around the stalls, and honestly, every time I come to a market like this, I'm always just blown away by the creativity of people. But one of the main reasons I came here is because about a month ago I was picking up my littlest one from primary school and I noticed another fellow was picking up a little ginger kid from primary school and I was like, oh, you got one too. Turns out that fella owns a food truck where he sells frozen bananas. Picture this, it's a hot day, you want something that's going to cool you down. Ice cream and ice block can do the trick. Frozen banana also doesn't melt, it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, and it's just overall a healthier alternative. Of course, we got the Biscoff banana ones, so they were covered in whipped cream and Biscoff, so dairy and gluten included. But it's worth noting that 2 out of 3 of my kids here don't eat bananas, and they quite happily ate these. And then my youngest wanted to take hers home, and she could, because again, it's not going to melt. And on the way out, we picked up some giblets, one for each of the kids. And now it's time to cook dinner, but honestly, after all the food that I've eaten today, I can't be asked cooking a full meal, so I'm just going to feed the kids, and I will catch you on the flip side.